just check the players. Our coach has in overtime.
Shift colors, we're underway. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg Porter from the Tidelands Park in Coronado. This is the boys under 8 semifinal match between the Fallbrook Fury and the CV Manchester boys under 8 white team. Let's get the lineup for the Fallbrook Fury and the boys under 8. And number 2 will be Gavin Mahoney. The keeper is going to be Tyne Maestas. Number 3 is Chris Hedgart. Number 4, Matthew Bridgman. Number 5 is Julius Jones. Number 6 is Jagger Bereth. Number 8 is Jake McBroom. Number 9 is Charles Crescenti. Number 10 is Cameron Thurlow. And number 11 is Reese Piquel. That's the lineup for the Fallbrook Fury. And for CV Manchester, their keeper is Isaiah Gutierrez. Number 3 is Ruben Feinbergs. Number 4 is Andre Carrillo. Number 5 is Max Isaacman. Number 6 is Baron Drent. Number 8 is Alex Shearer. Number 9 is Dasha Levin. Number 10 is Ari Bialostowski. Number 11 is Jason Hine. Number 12 is Jason Taylor. 13 is Joseph Vilinsky. Number 14 is Keenan Martin. And number 15 is Owen O'Callahan. Going from right to left on your picture screen is CV Manchester, and Fallbrook Fury is going from left to right. Going up to Central now. And that ball goes out of play. The Fury knocking it out. CV Manchester will throw it in. 0-0, your score here at the Tidelands Park. It's a Presidio Cup 2008. Group B was won by the Fallbrook Fury. They had 27 points in this lower division. And they beat Nato Select 2-0. They beat Orange A Football. And they also, in the third game, beat the FC Heat Boys Reyes team 2-1. They only allowed 1 goal, the Fury. For CV Manchester in Group D, they had 21 points. They won by 1 point over FC San Diego B2000 Blue. And they beat the Attack B00 White 5-3. They tied Carlsbad Lightning and the boys under 8 Black. And then they beat the Express Blue team, boys under 8, 1-0. The Fury trying to keep the pressure on the far side, and it'll be a throw-in for the Fury. Alex Shearer will throw it in for the far side touchline. Again, 0-0 your score. In the Central now. We're watching boys under 8, 8-on-8 action here. The Tidelands Park, beautiful parks here, always relatively loaded up in the green aspect of things, and few brown patches and areas where there are no grass, as in some parks in Southern California are. They do a good job of taking care of the fields over here, the soccer fields at the Tideland Parks here in Coronado. Off the bending ball, and no, along the line there, but it didn't quite go into the net. And CB Manchester trying to put the first goal in, and they just missed on their opportunity. They'll have a throw-in from the far side. And that's going to be Reese Piquel. Or no, take that back. Jason Hine is thrown in. Milostowski. Now it's over to Hine. Hine on a wide, and it is knocked out.
Watch the big throw, Chris. Gianni, ready, please.
Throw in now, and it's knocked out. And 0-0, you're scoring. That ball went on the other side of the fence, and get another ball going. And somebody jumped over the fence real quick and got it. Going to be a throw-in. CB Manchester, the far side touchline.
Nice, Julia.
In an 18-yard box, blocked. Andre Carrillo, and now it is going to be a free kick. Center ref setting it up right outside the 18-yard box for CB Manchester. The Fury trying to keep it out of there.
Be alert, T.
Allowed only one goal up into this match here in the semifinal one at a Presidio Cup 2008. Not trying to allow another one here. But they're getting challenged here with a set piece. That will definitely go inside that 18-yard box. And it does. But the wall is set up nicely that time as it comes out of there quickly. And Weinberg's tried. He was the kicker on that play, and the save is made. As they had a runner there was Shearer, but no problem for Maestas. And he gets it down to midfield. Almost a handball, but not quite. He goes out of play. Coach Kevin Koptiff directing traffic here and his players out there for the Fury at midfield now. And a central now, retreating back they do. Jason Taylor, the CB Manchester, here's one directed right at the keeper, and Isaiah Gutierrez makes the save. Gutierrez now driving it up to midfield, on a bounce, and into the defensive third. And knocking it out there is Jagger Bareth. Going to be a throw-in now. Jason Hine for CB Manchester. Hine into the box. The header comes right back at him. And now he strikes it. It's blocked there by Bareth. And on the near side, it goes past the near side touchline, and it's going to be a throw-in again. Jason Hine getting it into the box. Comes out, but he gets another touch on it. Hine still after it in an 18-yard box, but nicely done as they stiffen up the exterior of the 18-yard box. And as you know, it's really not 18 yards at this age bracket, but it's more fictional than anything else. Gutierrez, let it go! Charles Crescente with a goal. That is 1-0 Fallbrook Fury. as he came down and was able to beat the keeper Gutierrez as he came and challenged him that time, and he was able to get it passed into the back post for the goal. And the Fury lead this match 1-0. On it now as they continue on and try to get another one now. They have a strike and a save by Gutierrez. That time the shot was by Matthew Bridgman. Now all of a sudden the Fury coming alive. Oh, now here's a giveaway. Here is Weinbergs and the keeper comes out and makes a save. Maestas robbing the Manchester from getting an opportunity to tie the match up. And that goes off the foot of Julius Jones. And now it'll be a throw-in into the attacking third. Jason Hine will throw it in. 1-0 to Fury on a gamble by the keeper. They have the lead into the box. Knocked out by Bridgman.
Matthew, get your hands down, okay? Use your head.
The sun peeking through the clouds here. It's been primarily a cloudy day, but it's breaking up as the day has gone on here now, and you're seeing more blue sky and sun here at the Tidelands Park in Coronado, California. In towards the 6-yard box, and they've got a number of players there. They knock it past the goal line. It'll be a CK corner kick try.
Behind you, Cammy!
Mark a player.
CV Manchester, Jason Hyde, bending ball, and it's back of the net. Whoa. So 1-0, they still hold on, and it'll be a goal kick here in the first half. Action heating up after the goal. Well, that was scored in the contest.
Nice, Cameron. Nice, go get it, Jake. Yeah, Jake, again, Jake. Nasty, you're on the
By Charles Crescenti, and now in his space, a foul, and that foul going against Jason Hyde. It'll be a free kick. Free kick now for the Fury of Fallbrook, leading 1-0, trying to add to their lead. Gutierrez wanting to employ his defenders to give him a good look at it. At midfield now, retreating back is the Fury in their own half of the field. And he nicely stopped there and sent it down to near side. Nice job done that time by Cameron Thurlow. Going to be a throw-in on the near side. It goes out. And the Fury, another opportunity to keep it going with Bridgman running around over there. He can't get to it. His teammate is there, Hedgegard, or Haygart. Corner kick now. So the Fury with a corner kick now with a win, working its way widthwise across the field. So they're going to have the win trying to stop that ball up here into the box now. And at the top of the box that time, Jake McBroom was trying to make a play, but he was dispossessed. And here's Hine. Hine pushed it behind his teammate. However, they're able to get to that ball. Didn't have a lot of pace on it. And working with it now is Thurlow. Thurlow now, he plays it onto the foot of Crescenti, and they stiffen up that time down to Centro as Crescenti tried to get a second goal of the game, and they wouldn't allow him to do it. They give it away now. Crescenti trying to get to it, but he doesn't, and they get to it first. And down to Central now. And a whistle, and one of the players is without a shoe. At this young age, they sometimes won't tie the shoes up well enough to get them so they don't come off. A momentary break here, and going to be one of the players from the Fury and one of the players from the CV Manchester. 1-0. The Fury of Fallbrook leads. The visitors from North County coming down here, Coronado, and trying to make it to the final of the Presidio Cup 2008. CB Manchester will have a substitution now as they have Keenan Martin come in. And now 2 players are coming in for the Fury. Reese Piquel is coming into the contest, and Gavin Mahoney, number 2. And they're going to drop it down. If we miss any players that have been on a substitution, they will be mentioned as they touch that soccer ball. Always remember that one. Into the central now, in the center circle. And you had a Bereth strike of that soccer ball, and now you have a Julius Jones strike of it into the center circle. Thurlow, and now Piquel. And now Cameron Thurlow is going to give way to his teammate, and that's Jake McBroom. McBroom on the near side, knocked out by Keenan Martin. And that ball headed toward the 18-yard box. And let's see what we got. Looks like we're going to have a corner kick. So the CK for the Fury of Fallbrook. Gutierrez, and he makes a save as they were at the doorstep that time.
Hey, Karen.
Down to Central, almost an interception. Now they have intercepted with Jake McBroom. McBroom on the soccer ball. McBroom with a run. McBroom trying to thread the needle, but it was intercepted that time by Keenan Martin. And there's Cameron Thurlow. Thurlow looking for a teammate to run onto it in the Central. Now it goes out to the Y. Ari Balastowski. Bialostowski. All right, trying to make a play over there. It's going to be a throw-in. CV Manchester. The center ref.
Go Chris, in the box.
Momentarily stopping play. Now we're back in the action here with Jake McBroom. McBroom toward the Central. And Cameron Thurlow. He's got a teammate there. And a trip. And it's going to be a foul with a free kick for the Fury.
And you're covering Jagger, Cameron, when he goes up, right? Squeeze into the middle a tiny bit, Cammy.
Jagger Bereth.
Cameron, you're the last man, okay? Look.
Jagger Bereth with the free kick. Bereth.
That's a good one.
And Gutierrez, Isaiah making a save. Coming off his line, not a problem that time. Was able to see it quite well. Retreating back. Cameron Thurlow, and then at Jagger Bereth. Knocking that one out. Going to be a throw-in now. Nasha Levine.
Thank you. Nice.
Take your time, boys.
And an incorrect throw-in by Nasha. He'll get better at it.
Get a couple more, Chris.
So the Fury
Send it.
throwing it in. It's great to watch the technical abilities of these young players at this age in this game. And trying to continue on that time was Weinbergs, and he nearly did. But nice job done by the Fury defenders. As that would have been a big play for Weinbergs. On the near side is Hegart. And Gutierrez comes over there, makes a save, is still bouncing around. And it's going to be a throw-in. Chris Hegart making a fine run down the near side. He started all that action. Throwing it in now. CV Manchester. Knocked out by the Fury. Knocked out again, and it's an incorrect throw-in. And now they're going to give way to the Fury for a throw-in. In the attacking third, you don't want to do it in your own defensive third. Jake McBroom gets it over to Hegart. And maybe it was an incorrect throw-in that time by McBroom, and it was. Oh. Here comes ZV Manchester, try to get it on out of their own defensive third, out of the top of the box now. DeFury trying to keep it in there on half the field. And that ball now across midfield and retreating back with speed is Jagger Barreth. Doing a fine job of getting back there. He shows the speed to retreat back. And now into the attacking third, CV Manchester down 1-0. Incorrect throw-in, and now to give way to the Fury to be able to throw it in. I think I've seen more incorrect throw-ins in this game in a long time, but it's understandable. Haven't done the boys under 8 in a long time. Good to see him again, though. And that ball goes out of play. And especially you see him in the semifinals here. They have a great degree of talent, you see, as a team and individually. Jake McBroom threw it right by Hegart. And now Chris Hegart try to stay after it. And Bialostowski and falling down in the central now. But coming on to it that time was Keenan Martin pushing it up the field, and Julius Jones knocking it out of play. Jones into space. Says, I don't want you going any further behind me, so you're going to have to try from in your own half the field further behind. Hine, or rather Piquel with it, and then now to Cameron Thurlow on his run, cross midfield, pushing it past the near side touchline, but it's okay when you got the 1-0 lead. And that's the end of the first half because they've held on to the 1-0 lead. We'll see what the coaches are saying to their players. And we'll be back with a second half of action here at the Presidio Cup 2008. Stick with us. everybody. Going from right to left here in the second half. Fallbrook Fury. Say that real quick, about 5 times. Okay. And then going from left to right, a CB Manchester boys under 8 white team. Their team manager is Lillian Bialostowski, and the head coach is Victor Zendejas, and of course for the Fury it's manager Cheryl Crescenti and head coach Kevin Koptiv. And we're underway here in the second half where we have a 1-0 score in favor of the Fury. Charles Crescenti scoring the goal, beating the keeper on a big challenge. And so that 1-0 score has held up so far. 2 20-minute halves here in these 8-on-8 boys under 8 category, the lower division here in the Presidio Cup 2008. The Fury now winning it, and nearly a handball, and pushing that ball out of play in the near side, Matthew Bridgman. Bridgman trying to make a run, and they collapsed on him, so it's a throw-in. However, intercepted now, and here's Crescenti. Crescenti! And he nearly gets another strike on it, but Gutierrez makes the right move at the right time. Comes out and robs number 9, Crescenti, from scoring his second goal. And maybe you learned from that first time. I'm not going to challenge it. I'm going to stay back and see what happens. CV Manchester, boys under 8 white team, throwing it in. Keenan Martin now. Martin having problems with Crescenti, and they give it away to the center circle. The Fury with Crescenti.
Keep going, Chris. Come on, buddy. Come on, Chris.
On the near side now, here is a strike all the way down toward the attacking third and into the corner. Staying with it. Nice job, that Higart. And his pass was intercepted that time. However, he has support. And that support is by McBroom. Trying to get it over to Crescenti. McBroom under a lot of traffic, and he winds and gets it over to Higart. Higart's on the load. Oh, the save by Gutierrez. He made a nice save that time as he was able to rob Higart. And in there on the back, Jagger Bereth, who made a nice play there, and here's Bereth getting to it again and knocks it out off the foot of Weinbergs. And they'll be able to throw it in from their own half of the field.
Cameron, drop. Jagger, good stuff, buddy. You're good right there, Jagger.
Weinbergs knocking it out. Going to be a throw-in.
Charles.
Tiana, get your hands out of the net.
Okay, right there.
Actually, that was Higart knocking it out, and it's going to be Dasha Levine.
Stay.
Levine throwing it in. And incorrect throw-in, so it's now going to be throw-in for the Fury. Far side touchline. Hine was over there in the area. And there's a foul. Hine setting it up for the free kick toward the central, intercepted. Now he strikes it again into the 18-yard box now. And coming and striking it, and it is knocked past the goal line by Ruben Weinbergs. But Weinbergs was in the area. Weinbergs was creating problems that time, and Bereth had to make a move. And he had to make the right decision that time, and he did. So they avert the big danger play. And coming in, CB Manchester getting another fresh player into the contest. Crescenti now. Charles Crescenti now toward the central. And rotted out the ball. Jake McBroom was trying to make a play, but now coming over the space is Bridgman, and he sends it into the 6-yard box, but Gutierrez has 2 of his defenders rout anybody off from trying to weave their way and get another strike on that soccer ball. The one with the geometric designs, the world's most famous sport. Football in most countries, soccer in this one. The throw-in for the Fury. About halfway through already. In the second half of action, Crescenti and company trying to get to the final. And it's knocked out. Last touch by McBroom. Jason Hine will throw it in. Hine gets a header, and it goes back toward the defensive third of the Fury. And it goes out of play, and so now a throw-in. Jason Hine will throw it in again, and he's going to get it into the box. He does, nearly a handball, and it is in the central of the box. They're going to get another strike on it, and it winds over to the near side and runs out of play. As who's it going to be throwing it in? It's going to be CB Manchester, boys under 8 white. Going to throw it in, and Hine's been doing the throw-in duties. Hine again. Off of a bounce, and now he's got a teammate on top of the 18-yard box. And it caroms over to Crescenti. Crescenti's tripped up, and he'll get a free kick. Players at this age, not intentional, just trying to go after that soccer ball. Learning to be aggressive and challenge that soccer ball. And so now it's going to be at midfield. The free kick for the Fury. They have it in the defensive half of CB Manchester now. And Chris Hegart throwing it toward the 18-yard box. It is still in the field of play, and it goes out of play. Knocked off of Joseph Valinsky. Hegart into the 18-yard box, and it goes out of play. But they'll get another opportunity here to keep the attack going in the attacking third. And they got a whistle. And there's somebody in the field of play that shouldn't be there. And the center ref noticing that real quick. That ball on the foot of Julius Jones toward the central now. And intercepting it that time was Bereth. And now he's got a teammate. Thurlow sends a long ball. And Crescenti trying to get to it. Way too much pace on that ball for Crescenti. And here is Gutierrez swiping it down to midfield. But coming into space nicely is Cameron Thurlow. On it now is Jake McBroom. McBroom on a run in the box. His runner in the box is still going, and it's knocked out of the play at the near side, and they'll get a corner kick out of it. Nice run that time, and help with Matthew Bridgman, creating that problem for the defenders of CB Manchester. And now they give up. Now they give up a CK.
Come on, Chris, quickly!
Hegart strikes it and intercepted. However, they still have it. Thurlow into the 6-yard box and still trying to find it.
Here comes Juice. Here comes.
And out of the box and knocked out. Good defensively by Valinsky, and Joseph Valinsky, and he's players heard as he was struck on the side of the head with that soccer ball, and as you know at this age, it hurts a lot more, and we're going to take a timeout. It is 1-0 Fallbrook Fury over to the CB Manchester boys under 8 white. We'll be right back. Thanks.
Charles in the middle. Charles, get in the middle of the goal. Get in front.
Throw in for CB Manchester now. In their own half of the field now, and coming onto it is Thurlow. In the central, they got a lot of the white over there. There's, again, Thurlow Trying to get it to Bridgman. He winds up with it. Comes over to the near side. McBroom. And on it now is Julius Jones. Jones over to Hegart. He nearly was tripped into the 18-yard box, but he still is on it. Hegart stops that soccer ball and tries to throw it, and he does, and knocked out at the last moment by Gutierrez. Nice little pass on a back line to work it over to his teammate, and they say it was out of bounds. The ball went out of play past the goal line anyway, so it was out on the Fury. Gutierrez with a goal kick. Gutierrez, the line drive into the center circle, but the red and black are there. It's Julius Jones. Jones with a through ball, and Gutierrez is able to save it at the last moment, but let's see what the call is.
Offside, please, Matthew. Watch the offsides, guys.
And the offside is going to work against CB Manchester, boys under 8 white team. Against offsides against Fallbrook, that is. And the CB Manchester is going to get the free kick, rather. And now it works over to Charles Crescenti. Crescenti still after it. Crescenti double teamed, and they take it away. He falls down and goes after it again. However, he loses it to Hine. Hine trying to go up near side, but he's blocked. And nice job in his space by Jake McBroom. And McBroom and company retreat back.
14 right is out.
As now a substitution on the far side. As coming out is Keenan Martin. And you get a fresh player in. Substitutions on the near side. And with all those substitutions, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball.
Yeah, go get it.
And on the near side, that ball goes out of play. Hine is usually doing the throw-ins for CB Manchester, the white team. And now Jake McBroom throws it in. McBroom going after that ball in the central. McBroom with Gavin Mahoney now into the contest. And now you have Carrillo trying to do something with it. But on it now is McBroom. McBroom now still on that soccer ball in his space, and his teammates trying to push it forward. But tightening up there in the central was CB Manchester. They win it and get it up to midfield. But they're playing a lot in their own half of the field. And the clock is running down. As now on it is Hegart. Hegart on the road, and they kick it out past the goal line. But Hegart makes them now play in her deep third again. Down 1-0. And if you're the Fury in a semifinal game, that's what you want them to do, play in their own half of the field. Because you lead 1-0. And if Fury with a corner kick, and it hit the post! It hit the post! They're trying for it again, and it just goes past the goal line. They nearly got it past Gutierrez. It hit the post. Very close that time. And at this juncture, if you get another goal and you're the Fury, you can just about right your way into the final. And now over to the Thurlow, Cameron Thurlow. And Cameron Thurlow now. Thurlow knocks it out of play as they were trying to make a move, as they hadn't had it in the attacking area for a while. And here's Hine. Hine throws it, but it's blocked. That was a key block right there. In the central now. Nice turn by Hegart, but coming over to the near side is Hine with some speed, and it goes out of play. Hegart showing his ability to control the soccer ball and change direction, and then throw it in to Fury. Hine brings it down, nobody there in the center circle. Coming up to it, though, is Bialystowski. Now he's got Drent on the far side. Baron Drent. Hine is in the area. Knocked off of Bialystowski, and it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in, though, for the Fury. And again, they're going to work in the defensive half. And if you're the CV Manchester, you don't want to retreat back too much anymore because the clock is working against you.
6 minutes to go.
About 5 or 6 minutes left to go in this match. The semifinal one of the Presidio Cup 2008. It goes out of play. And it's Jake McBroom to throw it in. McBroom into the box, and nobody there to run onto it. Way ahead of an attempt by Mahoney and his teammate on that run. But the header, and it makes Gutierrez decide not to get it, and it goes out of play. And that's okay if you're CV Manchester because you get to throw it in. Gutierrez making a smart decision to stay in his box. But now CV Manchester now with it, try to go down to Central, but Julius Jones was there. But however, they're still able to run onto it. Weinberg's now trying to make a move. Ruben Weinberg's and a couple players going down. Center ref says play on to the wide side. Hine goes down along with Cameron Thurlow. And it'll be a foul against Thurlow. So Hine will get a free kick. Free kick now for CV Manchester. Down 1-0. They need a good play out of this set piece. Running around, trying to find a way. Manning up. The wall is there for the Fury. And then center ref says, hold up. I want to make sure this is set up right. And they move him back a little bit. The Fury. They're going to jump up and down. Here's Hine, the strike, and it's a save. No problem that time by Maestas. He gives it away. They're going to try him again. He comes and makes it. He fumbles it. He has to go after it, and he gets it at the last moment. In the Central now, as Maestas sends it to the center circle. Oh, that was a close play down that time. And the Fury nearly gave up a goal, the tying goal. However, they still have it on the attack now. With it on the run is Egart. He's showing his speed, and who's with him? It's Hine. Hine says, I'll go with him. I got to stay with him. Hine kicks it away from him now. Intercepted there as Piquel comes into the space. And a whistle. You got substitution for CV Manchester. 1-0. And coming into the contest now, Carrillo comes out. And that's Owen O'Callahan is into the contest. And on the run, trying to make a run, but standing tall right there in the space. Bereth won't allow him to go any further.
3 minutes left.
Couple of 2-3 minutes left to go in the match. The Fury that close to being in the championship game of the lower division in the boys under 8. Fresh player. And we'll mention him as it touch that soccer ball now. Here's Hine bringing it down. And he is after it big time, and he knows that he's got to help his team out. Retreating back is Mahoney. Into the defensive third and knocked out. And Hine is back there trying to defend. He's got Bielostowski standing next to him along with Alex Shearer. Center ref will be looking at his watch pretty soon here. Hine intercepts in the 18-yard box, but they still have it in the box. And they eat up more time with Reese Piquel. Intercepted. And there's Hine. Hine getting in ahead, manning it up to Weinberg's. Weinberg's on the run. Weinberg still on a soccer ball. Weinberg's, and he goes down, and it'll be a foul. The foul goes against Egart, and it'll be a free kick. Free kick now, and they've got to set that wall up again. A set piece may be their last opportunity, CV Manchester, in trying to win this game. The big set piece here. both coaches trying to do whatever they can to get their teams to line it up, be aware of what's going on. Coaching a big part at this age. Trying to get your players to understand what to do. Here's a big chance. CV Manchester, the save again. As Maestas stays with it on the near side, protecting the near post, and he gets the rebound before anybody else can. But here they have another try at it down the field, and it goes out of play. 1-0. The Fury at a goal in the first half, trying to hold on to it and win and go to the final. You get hardware if you go to the final, no matter whether you win or lose. That's what the Fury are trying to do. They throw it in high into the center circle. A big chance here. A strike and they get it out. The Central all the way up the field. And that might have been the last chance for CV Manchester. And a double whistle, and Fallbrook is in the final. The Fallbrook Fury 1-0 over CV Manchester. Boys under 8 white team, and a great match here at the Tidelands Park in Coronado, California. So one part of that final in the lower division of boys under 8 is already set up. And we don't know who they'll play, but I'm sure you can check on that. And from what I hear, it's Carlsbad, the Carlsbad Lightning, who played earlier. So it's going to be an interesting final. There's no doubt about that. We hope you enjoyed all the action in this one. And we'll be back with some interviews and closing comments of this match in the semifinal today. Greg G.K. Porter back here with the Fallbrook Fury, and say that 5 times fast, but I tell you what, if you do, you're going to come up with champions, possibly. At least they're in the finals. All right, I'm going to give you guys the microphone, and you guys talk about this game and just being in the championship game. Okay, you're first.
I'm Matthew Bridgman. I go to Bonzo Elementary School, and I play goalie in midfield, and my favorite game at school is soccer.
All right.
I'm Christopher Hager. My school is Zion Lutheran, and my position is midfield. Best subject is soccer.
All right.
My name is Charles Crescenti, and my favorite subject at school would probably be recess because I don't like getting my other subjects. And I go to Ascension Lutheran School, and my favorite thing to play at recess would probably be foursquare and soccer.
All right.
I'm Julius Jones. I forgot what I was going to say. I go to St. Peter's, and my favorite thing is lunch.
Right.
And
Christmas too.
I play.
Happy to be in a championship?
Yeah, I'm happy to be in the championships.
All right.
I'm Jagger Barrett, and I go to Iowa Street. My favorite thing there is to do is soccer.
All right.
I'm Cameron Thurlow, and I go to Fort Montessori. My favorite thing at school is probably reading, and I'm really happy. I play right defense, and I'm really happy to be in the finals, and I want to keep those tackles hard.
All right.
My name is Tiana Maestas, and I go to Fallbrook Street School, and my favorite subject is math, and my position is goalie.
All right.
I'm Gavin Mahoney. I go to Miss Lynn's school.
Okay.
My favorite subject to do there is soccer.
All right.
My name is Reese Bickel. I go to Miss Lynn's school. My name is Reese Bickel. I go to Miss Lynn's school. My favorite subject is recess, and I like playing soccer.
All right.
My name is Jake McBroom, and I go to William H. Frazier. My favorite subject is soccer.
Okay, what do you want for Christmas?
I want a... I don't know.
All right, give it to your teammate. What do you want for Christmas?
A spotty kick-out?
5 for soccer.
All right.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Goalie gloves.
There you go.
A trumpet. I don't know. A dirt bike.
Yay.
FIFA 08 Xbox 360. A ripstick.
All right, you guys are great. You guys do your name real quick here. On 3, guys. Do your cheer or name or whatever you guys want to do on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. Good luck. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays!
All right. Greg G.K. Porter back here with the head coach of the Fallbrook Fury. Say that 5 times again. It's got to be great to have got these kids to think, you know, what can we do to get to that next level? And then when you see them be able to accomplish it, it's got to be a great feeling.
Oh, it's wonderful. These kids, you know, we started the season off. It's a brand new team, and they just pulled together and they're playing their game. You know, they're actually playing a passing game, and you know, not just the kickball, and really looking for those players to you know, to make something happen. And so you know, with that, here we are, you know, in the finals.
Kevin, the parents, how have they been to help make this happen?
Oh, these are the best parents I've had. You know, I have another team, and you know, even both teams, you know, the parents have been great. Their commitment to these boys and to the club is just phenomenal. I mean, they get it. They're here, they're committed, and you know, they help out a lot.
Well, this is going to be fantastic for you tomorrow to be in the championship, and these kids get the hardware. They deserve it for all their hard work. And, you know, is there another tournament you go they're looking forward to after this one?
Yeah, we'll be, I believe we entered in the Temecula shootout. So we'll definitely, we'll be there. I think that's at the end of January. And, you know, we're just going to work hard and train and you know, hopefully go out there and, you know, do the same thing.
All right, well, Kevin, congratulations, and look forward to seeing you again, and good luck tomorrow in the championship game.
Perfect, thank you.
All righty. That's going to do it here from the Tidelands Park. Numerous fields here in Coronado, but it was a lot of great action, especially in this game today, where you saw the 1-0 victory by the Fallbrook Fury over CV Manchester Boys Under 8 white team. Take care of yourself in these holidays. God bless, and save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.